Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. With Evil Shaman being nerfed, I figured it's time to work on some budget decks again, and I started by testing my old builds, and as for Demon Hunter, not many changes are necessary. I played with this Aggro Demon Hunter list that I built back in November, and it was still doing fine. I still had an above 60% win rate, playing with 10 times multiplier during my Legend climb, and yeah, things were still going smoothly. I actually think the deck probably needed to be a little bit different when Shaman was in the meta. Now that it's out, then I guess the old list works better again. Even though Dreadlord's Bite has been nerfed since I built this deck, it still seemed to be doing okay. Prickling Horror, obviously the superstar card for this archetype from Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, doing really well. And I did like my Cult Neophyte Frozen Shadow Weaver tech choices for the current meta, so everything in that sense seemed to be going well. There is a small question that would need a lot more testing, which is whether this Altruist Skull version is better. At some points I have also played Aggro Demon Hunter without Altruist and without Skull. Altruist and Skull kind of go together, and then if you ditch those, then you would open up path to use something like a Marrow Slicer in the deck, which you on the other hand don't really want to do when you have the Altruist Skull combo. So it is possible that you could build a stronger Aggro Demon Hunter, relying more on just the Voracious Reader for card draw. Voracious Reader is such a great card draw tool, but I still had a good time playing with Altruist. I've always loved that card, and it is still definitely a viable option, even though more testing would be needed to figure out whether Altruist Skull is the best option right now. Aggro Demon Hunter is an aggro deck, so you try to get on the board at once, you try to maintain board control to an extent, and you try to push face damage. With this deck you're often trading away opponents' minions with your face, so that your minions have more time to just keep pushing that damage. And in the mulligan you're looking for your 1-drops, Battle Fiend, Blazing Battle Mage, Intrepid, Initiate. There's also some nice combinations that you can sometimes keep, like if you happen to pick up Bonjour Brawler, then maybe a Guardian Orc Merchant can go with that, especially if you already have something else that you can play early on. Intrepid Initiate is of course great with spells, so Twin Slice, Demon Companion can be great keeps together with that. There are some of these combinations that you can do, but for the most part you just look for stuff that you can play unconditionally early on in the game, and then you go from there. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support the content that I create by joining as a member here on YouTube, or join as a subscriber on Twitch where I live stream Hearthstone. And now, let's go take a look at Budget Aggro Demon Hunter in action. I'm uncertain whether Dreadlord's Bite belongs in this deck anymore. That's kind of the main concern I have about the deck at the moment. Other than that, it should be quite alright. But whether Dreadlord's Bite belongs here, and if it doesn't, then what is the replacement? That is the main question. So I believe this to be a Soul Demon Hunter. Well, there are some Soul Demon Hunters around nowadays again, it seems. Oh, that's just too good to miss. They kept everything, so there should be... You would keep an Aldrachi Warblade for the mirror, so I'm afraid there's going to be an Aldrachi Warblade, and that can just wreck an aggro deck. You would keep it for the mirror, so keeping 4 cards. But you would never keep Consume Magic for the mirror, so what on earth is this Demon Hunter smoking? I don't know. What are they smoking? I don't really want... I should say that I want some of that, but I don't really want any of that. I don't like to smoke. Smoking is bad for you. Don't inhale stuff into your lungs, it damages them.
We'll cut right to the chase.
Oh, it's an... It's a Highlander deck, so I could kill the Performer? I can't really raise. No, I can't really raise. I think I will kill the Performer. Give them a pair of Taunt minions, of course. I think this is the way it has to go. But okay, that's a Highlander deck then. Freezing the performer was an option, but I didn't have the damage to kill it. Got Legend Aggro Demon Hunter using acrobatics, but acrobatics is by far the lowest performing card in that deck, so you would never use it. It is a clear mistake to put it in the deck. I mean, statistics don't lie. There are extensive statistics about performance acrobatics, and it's absolutely miserable. Red Scale Naga Demon Hunter. Now it's just a Highlander. Can a Highlander Hunter succeed in the wild? I really don't know about that.
I know that.
Just playing that for tempo. Alright, what can I get from a skull here? Some stuff, but not quite enough yet. I believe I need to skull again next turn and then go for a huge altruist play. And hopefully they don't have Zephyrus. A little 4 damage altruist isn't that much, right? 4 damage altruist just isn't what I'm looking for here. Or is it? Would it be exactly what I'm looking for? And then I can skull next turn for even more stuff. They could have the expendable performers. I guess this is altruist turn. So doing it like this for now. Altruist's Divine Shield doesn't protect it from expendable performers, but it does protect it from the cycle. So expendable performers would be the best card here. But cycle is irrelevant. Because I protected the altruist. That's already enough. Yes. Even if they had the expendable performers there, I would have still been able to just refill with the second skull. Okay, sad. Yeah, I'm testing some right now at least. I don't know when or if this work will be completed, but we'll see. Another Demon Hunter who kept everything. Why is everyone keeping everything? Hi, Doors. It's an aggro deck. Oh no, don't have a health buff. They have a health buff. They kept 4 cards. They have it all. They didn't have a health buff. That's a little something. The fact that they had kept every single card, so they should have absolute nuts there. With second slice and hero power I can kill a 3 health minion. Oh no, that was really tough. Ouch. I don't have a lot of good options here. And Bone Chewer is easily chewed through. Yeah, just don't have any good options. Okay, just do it like this. They just got so much stuff going immediately at the start. I can't keep up. That makes it a little more difficult for them to play spells. But I can handle Bone Chewer. Okay. I'm down, but I'm not out.
I grow impatient.
But it is looking tough. They still have 3 more cards there. One of them was kept in the mulligan. It will be extremely difficult to survive this. Down to 20. I couldn't get the initiative, even though I went first.
I grow impatient.
Let me work my magic.
Okay.
Muzzle their magic.
Okay. So far so good. The Bone Chewer did everything I could expect from it. Suppose I need to play everything but the reader.
Muzzle their magic.
This one needs to kill the tree too. Alright, the game is wide open. The game is wide open. Do they have a spell? They top deck the reader. They can't use a spell. That means that I will get a kill on the reader. Not enough mana to use a spell. They can kill 1 minion if they like, but they probably just need to go face here. And trust that the reader will get them to the victory.
You have to read this one.
I don't want to take any damage, right? No. So I'll just kill those minions. They don't all run Altruis. But I would need to find my Altruis. Probably. They might also just be able to rush me down. They have 8 health advantage. I managed to wrestle back the board, but at what cost? So they can either try to rush me and ignore the board, or they could have an Altruis. Oh no! That was so good! That was so good in this position. Oh no! 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just playing everything.
Let me work my magic.
But is it a lethal setup for them? I don't know yet. On the other hand, I don't have a lethal setup here either. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So close. What if they have another Dreadlord's Bite? Can they have another 8 damage? I already saw one Twin Slice. So they would have to have a Cane. Cane and Twin Slice. They might run Cane in the deck. I have a Shadow Wheel so I can freeze them for next turn. If I survive one turn, I probably survive another. Pretty lucky if they don't have 10 right now. How would they have 10? They don't. That deck doesn't have a lot of immediate damage. Where does the 10 come from? With one slice already seen. No, they have Altruis. Oh no. But they were only able to play one card. Not all of these decks run Altruis nowadays. Can I afford to play the Skull of Gul'dan? If I play the Skull, I cannot freeze the Demon Hunter. Oh boy, oh boy. What if I play Skull next turn? I freeze the Demon Hunter and kill the Altruis. I save the Skull for next turn. I think that's the play.
Is it cold in the shadows?
Kill the Altruis. Go face here. Go face here. Equip another Umber Wing. Okay, I'm at 9 and the Ultras is gone. They need to find another Dreadlord's Bite. And they can't even attack with the Dreadlord's Bite if they find it. But it would kill 3 minions here. If it's outcast. Did they find another Dreadlord's Bite? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Now I need something from the skull. There is something from the skull. And that's a win. It was a little scary there for a while. It was a little scary. Let's see.
Ho in the shadows.
Intriguing.
Let me work my magic.
I guess we'll do it like this for now. Let's see what the rogue's going to do. Rogue could have backstabs. They didn't keep any other cards. So they also might not have the tools here. Interesting approach. That could protect the Battle Fiend now, if I really wanted to. Alternatively, I might unbowing and then try to do this next turn. I think that's going to be better. Just unbowing here. Allow the rogue to kill this if they want. Then they will have 3 mana, so they can do some things. On top of the swing. The swing was kind of given there. Really? That's a surprising move. Let's see about that Demon Companion first. Alright. I probably don't want to take additional damage. Let's play the Wriggling Horror here. Actually, I can take 2. I can easily take 2. Taking 2 is nothing. I'll just take the 2. And swing at the rogue's face. And then I have the Reader coming next turn. So I will start to draw more cards. I don't think the rogue will be able to outrace me here. It seems really, really difficult to do that. It's really hard for the rogue to raise. I just don't see a world in which the rogue deals 19 damage here. I mean, I have 9 from hand right now. And then the board. Well, if they get a Frost Nova from that, exactly Frost Nova, could that do something? Well, that was surprising. That was indeed surprising. Don't think I've ever seen that card played. This can get ugly now.
The fires of vengeance burn bright. Hey, I got you, friend.
Well, that was interesting. It also means that you have to play a lot of the same decks, you can't experiment nearly as much. Or you have to play like crazy. I mean, some people do play like 8-10 hours a day. Then you can both get to high legend and make a ton of decks. But I don't think that's in any way viable. I mean, I wouldn't be able to make any videos. I just wouldn't be able to make anything that, do anything that I do. So, yeah, it just wouldn't make any sense. It just wouldn't make any sense to do that.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.